Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Basima, and it has been a couple years since I've actually posted another video. But I would like to say that I have been receiving a lot of disturbing comments on my previous post about 10 reasons why Jesus is not God. I'm now denouncing the fact that Jesus was not here on earth. All I am saying is that God is separate from what Jesus is, or what Jesus was. Jesus was brought down here, was born from a miraculous birth. Yes, I do believe this, from the Virgin Mary. I do not believe that Jesus is God or created the earth and things like that. So for people who call themselves Christians or non-Christian, non-denomination, or whatever you may call it, might have a lot of misunderstanding or misinterpreting what I had previously said. And I find it very unbecoming of a person to say such mean, rude, nasty things. I have the right to believe in what I believe in, and so do you, and anybody else in this world has the right to believe in what they believe in. I understand that we as Muslims have received a lot of flack because of the things that have been going on this earth and the problems, but there are different denominations of Islam too. Just because there are terrorists or just because there are radical groups up there does not necessarily mean that I myself agree with what these people are doing. And sometimes it makes me angry as a Muslim to see these people calling themselves Muslims, because Islam means peace. And you're not being peaceful if you're blowing up buildings and killing people for no reason. So that is why, I understand where people's questions and doubts and things like that about what Islam truly is. But you can say it about Christians too. Not only am I a Muslim, but I am also an African American. Okay, so I got two strikes against me. And I can say, oh, the Christians, they enslaved my people for hundreds of years. I could say this and I can hate white people, but I do not. I love all people because I cannot blame you for what somebody else has done. So a lot of other things, such as we all have flaws and nobody's perfect. I'm not saying because I'm a Muslim that I'm perfect, although you're saying that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a child molester and all these different things is so beyond. It's not even the faith. Someone always tries to nitpick on certain things that they can always try to make a flaw in the doubt. Let me tell you, let me educate you on a little bit of something. In the Arab countries at that particular time, it was normal for arranged marriages. It was normal for 7-year-olds to marry other 7-year-olds, although they may not have lived together. They were married. And in that culture, back then in the 600s, AD, when a girl starts her menstrual cycle, that means that that girl can produce children. Therefore, she is eligible for marriage. Okay? Just because you're married doesn't mean you have to have sex. It doesn't mean that it just means that you have a lifelong commitment with an individual. And at those times, polygamy or having multiple wives was and it still is permissible in the Islamic faith, but it has been reduced. And the reason because of that is because, especially for converts or reverts, if you were a Christian or a Jew or whatever, and then you decided that you wanted to join the Islamic faith, and you have children and you're divorced and things like that, then you would need, some people might need the help to help maintain and take care of their children, so they would marry. And a woman and a Muslim man cannot marry a second, a third, a fourth wife without the consent of the wife that they are with. And they do not live together. They live in separate homes. And the man has to pay for these things. That's why you don't see a lot of men and Islamic couples with multiple wives, because it's costly. Sure, it was a great thing back in the 1800s, 17, 15, 1400s, when things were a little cheaper then, but not today. You don't see that very often today. I am a Sunni Muslim. I'm not a radical group. I follow the Sunnah, and whatever that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said for us to do, I have done. I have fallen short of my deen. Yes, I have. But like I said before, who is perfect? And I don't appreciate people saying such rude and nasty things. As you see, I do not reply with rude and nasty things back. I pray for you, and I just wanted to say this message because this is ridiculous. If you have questions, if you have doubts, you can message me and I'll answer those questions to the best of my knowledge. If I cannot, I can refer you somewhere to answer your questions for you if you choose to want it answered. But don't say such rude and nasty things on my message. My family goes on these things, and it's very disrespectful when I hear things about how I'm a bad person for choosing this and things like that. The whole purpose of the United States of America was freedom of religion, and I have used my freedom to become a Muslim. Okay, now if I had offended anybody in my message, just say, excuse me, you have offended me. But that must mean that particular message was not for you. And I didn't pull this out the sky. I actually studied and learned this from another teacher. If you go to thedeanshow.com, you can actually see it's but the same title, and it's what he said. And I simply just related back. Okay, so this is me saying what I had to say, and assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you and for everybody, and I'll post another video later.